Yo, what is going on, Compy Gang? It's your boy Compy NEET, and I guess today I wanted to, make this video kind of as an explanation, maybe as an apology, and I don't know. I guess I'll kind of I'll kind of talk about what made me want to make this video in the first place. So, in my MMA classes, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit awkward. Like I try and make small talk, but I always feel like it's just not something there. And even when, talking to people on, like anybody basically, I feel like I'm just, yeah, I kind of want to just apologize to people who've ever talked to me. Maybe even some of you guys on Discord. I feel sort of bad because I feel like I sort of give off this, I don't know, maybe I give off the impression that I'm capable of talking to people because I maybe sound somewhat eloquent. I can project my voice and everything when I talk to a camera, for example. But the truth of the matter is, I really can't talk to people in real life. Like I can talk to people over text, I guess, because for some reason it's like it feels a lot safer. I used to be anxious about that, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it. But when it comes to talking to people, like voice to voice, especially face to face, but even just voice to voice, I feel like I just can't do it. Well, I can, but it's like I feel like maybe I give off the impression that, like, I just want to say that if I ever give off the impression that I somehow don't like you or that I'm pissed at you maybe, or that I'm just not interested in you, I just want to promise you that that's like most likely not the case. Like I do want to be social, I do want to talk to people, but it's like I even suffer this like with my fucking family. Like I want to talk to them, I really do, but it's just, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like when I'm talking to people, especially when there's more than one person, like if it's a one-to-one thing, I can have a conversation through voice, but when there's like multiple people, it's just like my brain shuts down. Like it just slows to a crawl, and it's like I can listen to what's going on in the conversation. It's not like I've checked out or anything, like I'm fucking daydreaming or doing anything, but it's like the words just won't come out. It's like I'm frozen, and I feel it's like when I pay attention to like my posture, it's like I instinctively, when I'm talking to people, I instinctively like cross my legs and then sort of slouch over and bend into them. Like I don't know how to show this, like this, as dumb as that sounds. And it's just like an instinctual thing. It's like I'm bracing, like the body language is suggesting that like I'm bracing for whatever, like conflict, like I'm about to be attacked by a dangerous animal. And I don't know, and I don't even notice this consciously unless I actually like pay attention to it, or until like the conversation is over, and then I realize like, why the fuck am I slouched over so far? And it sucks not to want to, it's like to want to contribute to the conversation. And sometimes it's even like sometimes it's not even that I can't think of anything, but it's that I think I think of something that I want to say, but then I instead of just saying it, it's like I have this compulsive need to wait for the right moment, or like when there's like a gap in the conversation, to say it. And then I'd keep waiting, and then it gets to the point where, you know how there's like a certain threshold when a topic is mentioned, and then if you don't bring up what you want to say within a certain period of time between then and when the topic was mentioned, it just becomes out of context. And I say, oh, this is a dumb social rule that you're making up in your head. Like, maybe, but I feel like it definitely is a thing where, like, it's like you have to say what you want to say right then and there, and I just can't bring myself to do that. And yeah, it's this fucking probably pathetic video of me whining and bitching and not making any sense. I don't know. I mean, obviously my goal is to improve as a person, but I mean, this is just part of the channel, I guess, talking about my shortcomings as a person. But that's besides the point. Aside from that, yeah, it's that. Also, I just have, there's like this key difference between me when I'm under the influence of alcohol versus when I'm just my sober self. Because when I'm under the influence of alcohol, it's just like I say the first thing that comes to my mind, and it's just right, it just makes sense, and it just fits the conversation and everything. And sometimes I do this when I'm sober, but for the most part, it's like I'm always constantly looking for the right thing to say. And this is pretty fucked up, because it's like, it's almost like I'm trying to manipulate people, because I'm trying to look for something to say that will get people to like me. And it's like, I know on a conscious level that this is wrong, but I can't stop myself from doing it. And I know this is just me being a slave to my ego and to the part of my brain that is afraid of being judged or whatever, the part of the brain that I should be doing my best to ignore. But that's just how I fucking am, I don't know if it's like my social anxiety, but sometimes I feel like it's even more than social anxiety, because it's like what I was mentioning earlier, like if there's too many people talking, it's like, it's almost like my brain just shuts down, and like I can't even bring myself to say anything. Or when I force myself to say something, when I don't have that feeling of saying something, or when I have that frozen feeling, I end up stuttering, or I end up speaking too fast and sounding nervous, or I just don't like, it just doesn't come out right. And then I say something that's completely off topic, or that somehow I convinced myself was somehow related to what we were talking about, and it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Or just I don't know, like I just have this ability to say something, and then it's like it just is really awkward and it is out of context. I don't know if maybe anyone can tell me if this is all in my head or not, who's talked to me, but I think this is definitely true. And I have this ability to say things that are just so, like, not even so, slightly out of context or slightly off somehow. And I do this with everybody, with my family, with people I meet, with friends of friends, and then they just, I guess it creates a lot of tension because it's so weird, and then you have to try and, like, I guess, direct the conversation somewhere else. And am I even supposed to be talking about this, like the social rules or whatever? Isn't that like forbidden or something, like pretty taboo to talk about, like how conversations work? And I don't know, maybe this is just all in my head, but I really think there are rules to conversations, and then if you don't follow them, then, you know, people act a certain way, or it just makes everybody uncomfortable. And man, like, I don't know what it is, but I just can't talk to people in real life. It's like, I feel, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like I make people feel bad when I talk, or at least I know I definitely do for some people. I'm not, probably it's like 50% of the time I actually do make people feel awkward, and the other 50% of my time I probably seem normal or normal-ish, but I'm making it out to be way worse than it is in my head. But I feel like I definitely do make people uncomfortable sometimes. And it's also like a lot of the time I feel that some people try to get to know me, and then, you know, maybe they try and do like a little joke in here and there, and it's like, I know it's just a joke, but I can't think of anything witty to say because I'm just so locked up, and I'm like a prisoner of my own mind, of my own body, or whatever it is that's causing me to, like, basically have, you know, the social equivalent of a seizure, where I just can't talk, you know, I can't say, you know, I can't say anything witty to liven the mood or whatever. Not that I have to, I guess, but I mean, it's ideal. And I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking things. Maybe this is just the way I am, but I don't think it is, because at least I'd like to believe that there's this possibility that I can do all these things that I want to do, because I keep saying this, when I'm drunk, I socialize the way I wish I socialized when I was sober, and it just makes me, yeah, I always wish I could be like that, but maybe I should just accept that this is just the way I am, that I'm inherently awkward. I don't know, but this certainly doesn't feel good to be this way, I guess. But yeah, yeah, I wish I could talk the way I do when I'm drunk to people. I wish I could just, you know, make friends. I wish I could, you know, make friends, deepen connections, get to know people, you know, make people feel good when I talk to them. But the thing is that I can't, because of my social anxiety, I guess maybe like my lack of social skills, especially when it comes to talking to people face to face and all these other things. And how am I supposed to practice this stuff? Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, if I ever gave you the impression that I hate you, or that I'm, you know, maybe pissed off or something, like, I really promise you that that's not the case. I'm just inherently really awkward, and I feel like a lot of people that I'm okay with, or even, I guess, you know, want to get to know, like, they try and, you know, maybe extend a hand, metaphorically speaking, and I just am not able to grab onto it or reciprocate, because I'm so socially fucked that I can't talk to people in real life. Anyways, it's just another, you know, depressing video talking about my flaws as a person. This is, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below if you enjoyed this content, and this is Comfy Neat signing out.